Hey folks, Species7 here, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2013. We are here in the land of Italy, and I am just checking out our soil mod, what I'm going to do here. There we go. I was actually on the right page to start with, of course. What I'm going to do is just take us up to midnight, because what I want to check, we can see our organic fertilizer still says 1 level, but we did put calc on the field, so I want to see what our soil pH ends up coming up to. So in about 45 minutes we should start the countdown, and then it is only a couple of hours until we should know what the results are, because you can see that's pretty consistent. In fact, the only place we get any sort of changes are a couple of spots right near the edges where I might have oh, here we go, we're into the growth cycle, where I might have been a little bit lean with the a little lean with the old fertilizer. Alright, so approaching 20%, still showing the same acidity. And this does scan in a 10 by 10 area. Now, I'm really not sure how big that is, to be honest with you guys. Not at all. I'm hoping we see some change here fairly quickly. I think last time cloud, I guess that was just wind noise. I thought for a moment there it was starting to rain. 60%. I think last time it was about 80% when we saw all of a sudden all the levels adjusted. There's 70. Okay, moderately. So I suppose we could throw one more on there, and we still got the organic working for us. Alright, so I think what our next stage is, and I'm just going to leave time to sort of do its quickery thing. Yeah. Strong acidity here. Moderate. Is it just really close to an edges here? Oh, and then back. Okay, those are just tiny little areas where I probably just missed a little bit. So moderate is okay, that we can get away with. So next thing we are going to want to do is cultivate. And here we are, starting to lighten up a little bit. I do believe sure, you will probably do the trick, won't you? Alright, I don't think that we actually crock-a-noodle-doodle. Indeed, it is morning, Mr. Chicken. Let's shut that off. Oops. I think I will just bring this up long enough to go back to normal time. Alright. Now this time, we want this guy here. So, you can see the big difference. Oh, it's the other one. If we get out and look at these, you can see our discs here for tearing up the ground and leaving those nice rows. And we've got those in a pattern that leaves that nice big plowed area. Big difference on the cultivator are these little barrel type attachments on the back here. Yeah, like kind of almost like a sickle mower. And those actually chump up all the little clumps. So these discs more or less just end up pushing it up to where these guys can chunk it up into a nice plantable medium. At least near as I can figure out from looking at this stuff. It's also about the only way I can tell which one I actually need, so it's helpful to know. But that's what makes this one the cultivator and that one the plow. Other than that, they are pretty much the same machine. Okay, I can't say as I'm fond of that. No. There we go. Not too excited here. I don't want to hit anything like that. That should be enough. There we go. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it's always doable. Get the heck out of here before the milk truck decides to show up and give us a hard time. Now I would imagine that because we have fast forwarded time once again, that the other sunflower seed, the other sunflower field is probably ready, and I have actually left the harvester there. There's the evil milk truck. So let's unfold this guy and get him set up. Very nice, very nice. Really nice quality models. I like these. I really do. They are quite nice. And they're nice and solid too. You actually end up sort of stepping up there. You can see that? Yeah. So, really cool. God. The amount of detail, the amount of things that have to happen to make this stuff work right is just incredible. And we got that whole little bit of wrought iron work there just to hold up some reflectors that don't seem to do anything because the milkman certainly doesn't see them. Okay, are we laying on the ground? We are. Alright, well, I think, well, let's start at 1 and see what we can get away with here, shall we? Indeed. So I do hope everyone's doing well. I thank all of you for the support of the series. I also threw an extra episode up there yesterday. I put another Industry Empire episode up there. I find that, like Farming Giant, doesn't really seem to get a whole bunch of views. But oddly enough, over the long run, that does a nice job, doesn't it? Let's have a little look here. Over the long run, the views really pile up on it. I think people do like the genre, they just don't like sitting down to a bunch of it, or, who knows. Could be talking through a very tight hole. Now, that seems to do the trick quite handily-dandily. Alright. Now I don't know if I have to leave it yet another day to do the, we didn't quite get all of it, let's just, there we go. Anybody coming? Looks like they've had like a traffic accident or something. Oh no. Oh well. What can you do? I'd go and help them out, but I'm sure, considering every one of them, their last name is Intelligence, can probably sort it out for themselves. After all, my last name certainly isn't Intelligence, and no one would ever accuse me of it. Although the artificial point, I don't know. I'm pretty sure a couple of times people have inferred such things, but that's people for you. So I do like this set, this plow and this cultivator set. Very nice. Very nice indeed. just about the size we need for fields like this. So now, our next step, one way or the other, would be... You see that? The milk truck just came through again. To get some seed down on this thing. So... get well out of his way. See you later. Be nice when we get some cows. We'll be making money like every 83 seconds. That's just adding. Alright, so let's get a little bit of a headland because I don't want to have to start turning around once we hit this hill here. If it wasn't for the fact, again, I really like the design. You can see the way that kind of lifted up to make the contour. Makes you wish the harvester head did that. I'd have done a lot less skating around. But I don't think that's the way harvester heads work, although I can see something that is hinged where this one is would work precisely that way. Now, I know that there's a gap in the trees there, which is a good thing, or we could have really been in trouble. And, just to keep it entertaining, let's go up this side, shall we? Sure. We'll just peek under the tree. Alright. Let's just get back inside here. I think we can figure out when we're at the edge of the field anyway, how to get up to the edge. So yeah, so far this map seems to be alright. I think what we'll do, if we're going to have to keep moving days forward. Now I have not done really any work on any other fields other than harvesting. And I've another car doing a wheelie. And picking up straw on, I believe, 2 fields. Other than that, I have not really done any sort of work. So, this is kind of a test field. I figure I don't want to start, barreling through all of my fields only to find out that, oh look, I just ruined having done the pH adjustment by not waiting another day after cultivating, or this or that, or, there are a lot of variables. And I think I'm actually going to be cautious on our first go. I will advance another day, which brings me to my other point, that if we're going to be pushing that many days, then what I might do, if a great demand comes up while I'm pushing days, I might take advantage of it. I might even try and sell either some of the huge amount of straw we ended up with, or even some of the crops, and raise some money. I'm going to buy a tree seeder to start with. I guess we can get by without too much money to start with. Right, we need a trailer that'll carry well, not chips. We will need a trailer that can carry logs, a tractor that can pull it, which is any of these, and some way to manipulate the logs, and a seeder, but a seeder is pretty cheap, I believe. And there are all kinds of ways to manipulate logs, including lifters that'll fit on the front of our front loader. So if we have to start that way, well, we certainly will. But, as I say, I wanted to get the next stage of the soil mod up for you guys, so you could see where we stood. So that did, yeah, I think, yeah, as long as we're in the moderate range, we're alright. And that works in real life the same way with soil. Nutrients will stop being taken up, not right at, say, at 5.7, then nitrogen will no longer be pulled from the soil. It's more like somewhere between 5.4 and 6.9. Nitrogen will be pulled. Anything outside of that, and yeah, your percentages are going to go down to just about nothing. And the same works for all of the nutrients and micronutrients that plants need. So, and yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to leave it here. I will finish cultivating this field, and then I will advance it 24 hours and let you guys know what happened in the next episode. So, if you'd like to support the series, and so far you guys seem to believe, please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know how you feel about it, if there's anything you'd like to see changed. From what you guys have said, the video quality has gone up at least a little, which makes me really happy, because believe me, I am working hard at it. Beyond that, well, as usual, take care of each other, folks, and this has been Species 7 for Farming Simulator 2013. Ciao for now.